Coming at you live from Glasgow, Scotland, this is a NDD52 production. What's up guys, it's me NDD52 and I am finally back. I can only apologise for the delay. The reason being is I've actually got married and I have purchased my first house with my wife as well. Enough about that, let's get straight into the kicks. I still have been buying kicks, so I've still got loads that I can show. So first up, it's my latest pickup. It's from my local Nike store. It comes in a red and white traditional sportswear box, as we've come to expect now. I'll let you get a quick look at the numbers. So what we have right here is the Nike Air Presto Flyknit Ultra. Official colourway is College Navy, Comet Red, Metallic Gold White. Style code is 835570 and the colour code on this is going to be 406. So this is in fact, in case you hadn't guessed it or worked out by the title, this is the Team USA or Olympic Presto Ultra Flyknits. So again, super excited to have these. As soon as I heard they were coming out, I absolutely had to get them. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So what we have is Air Presto originally launched in 2000. So what we have right here is the Ultra Flyknit version. There are some variations from the original Presto and the Presto Ultra Flyknit. I will cover that in another video. So we have the Air Presto Ultra Flyknit. This colourway, as I said, is the USA or Olympic one. Again, the colouring's pretty obvious on this one. It was released as part of the Then and Now pack, which featured previous shoes from the Olympics and then essentially a 2016 version. So part of that was the Presto, the Air Presto and the Air Presto Ultra Flyknit, the Air Max BW and the BW Ultra SE, and also there was the Pegasus 92 and the Pegasus 92 16. So Air Presto originally released in the year 2000. It was part of the lineage of Towards Nike Free, which was the eventual shoe that came out in 2004. The shoes working their way up to that was the Sock Racer in 1985. You went on to have the Nike Air Huarache in 1991. You had the Air Rift in 95, you had the Air Kokuni in 2000, in early 2000, and then it was in the fall of 2000 that they dropped the Air Presto. Now the Presto was really different because this, first of all, the sizing on it was completely different. We had a t-shirt for your feet was the tagline that came along with the shoe, so the sizing corresponding went with a t-shirt, so it was small, medium, large, etc. This is something that's been consistent right through on the Presto all throughout retro releases and things like that. Once it came to the Presto Ultra Flyknit, they decided to go with a numerical system, so this is, and as always, in my US 13, UK 12 sizing. The Air Prestos have now begun to transition to be a numerical sizing, whereas previously when they were re-releasing them right up until maybe 2-3 months ago, they were still doing it as extra small through XXL. So we'll get straight into this shoe. So what we have is a full Flyknit upper as a combination of breathable and stretch yarn, so stretch being around the collar, a nice breathable yarn here, and then you have yarns which are much more structured up the front of the shoe on the lace, below the laces, sorry, and also around the toe. It's that yarn's doubled up. Now the great thing about Flyknit is you can introduce that second colour, third colour, fourth colour, so on and so forth. But what it allows you to do is essentially create a really cool aesthetic, so as the shoe is moving you'll start to see more of the red showing, so really cool element to feature in this shoe. Where the Air Presto Ultra Flyknit remains true to the Air Presto it is in the TPU tip around the toe, so obviously with this shoe originally being a neoprene mesh, they kept the TPU tip. But what they did do is, instead of having a full-length file-on midsole, with regards to the Air Presto Ultra Flyknit, we went with an injected unit midsole that also doubles up as an outsole, and then you also have the solid rubber parts in the heel and up in the forefoot. With this being an Ultra model, this is also a cored out midsole, so they've cut back a lot of the weight and removed a lot of the excess bulk that was on the shoe. You will still also find a Nike Air unit in the heel of this shoe as well. The 5 dots here signify the Alpha project, for which the Air Presto was part of, alongside 4 other footwear offerings. You still have the original branding on the TPU cage, which says Presto just there. You have Nike Air in the heel. You still have a pull tab, which is something that's really nice that they've been able to continue forward from the original Presto onto the Ultra Flyknit, as well as the original Presto logo back from 2000. Now, to be honest, Presto was probably one of the most important shoes to release because it really helped to shape sneaker culture for the way it is now. It was the first shoe to ever come out with the idea of a nickname. So with those 13 original models, like I said, 12 of them already had videos that went alongside them, which really helped to promote them, and it really helped to develop sneaker culture to become what it is today, where most shoes are not really known by the official names that they have. They're more associated with nicknames and things like that that sneaker culture gives them. So Presto was really the kind of first time that we really saw that coming straight out the block, where Nike actually were coming up with nicknames for their shoe by themselves. So it was something that was really, really cool and really different. It really did take a lot of people by surprise. They weren't sure what to think of the shoe and all these kind of things. Obviously it was featured in the Sydney Olympics in the year 2000, where the Australians would have them on. These never released to the public. They eventually hit the employee store for Nike, but they never actually released to the public, so it's a super coveted and super limited shoe. But back to this guy, one final thing I would like to show off is the USA branding that is on the inside, on the insole. Obviously the gold colouring on here is usually synonymous with the US team picking up a lot of gold medals at the Olympics, so here's hoping the US will continue to perform well, and this shoe will become really, really pretty cool. The tagline for this shoe is "all knit, no quit," so it's really quite a cool play on words with regards to the new Presto and the old one. So without further ado, I'm going to pop these on feet and let you guys see how they look. Okay guys, so what we have right here is an on foot view. Let you guys see from the front, from the side, from the back, and then from the other side. Again, super, super comfortable shoe on feet. I've worn it a little bit already today. Super, super comfortable, and it felt awesome on feet. Really lightweight, and I love the feel of flying it on my feet. So a big win, and I'm a fan. Okay guys, so that was a quick on-feet look at the Nike Air Presto Ultra Flyknit. Super, super dope shoe, absolutely love it. Feels really, really comfortable on. I highly recommend, if you haven't been to your local sneaker store and tried these out for yourself, that you absolutely do that. Again, the gold accents on this shoe is what really makes it for me, and I love the red swoosh on the lateral side and also the medial side, just being a little bit of a break-up of colour. And the final thing that makes it for me is going to be that USA branding on the insole. Super, super dope, absolutely love it. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an Air Presto versus Air Presto Ultra Flyknit comparison video. I picked up an Air Presto, my first one, earlier this year. So I'll do a comparison between this shoe and that one. So be sure not to miss that. But as this is my first video back, please do leave a like, drop a comment, welcome me back in the right way. Make sure you follow me on all forms of social media. It's at NathanCare20, that's for Instagram and also for Twitter. I'm also on Snapchat, it's just NDD52. Again, all of these things will come up on screen, so be sure to follow me. You can also use my hashtags, which are hashtag SneakerFanWorldwide, hashtag NDD52 for me, NateDoggyDog52. But until the next episode, I've been NateDoggyDog52. Peace. On the Air Presto Ultra Flyknit USA.